All right, Jimmy Johnson, we have to say it. How about them Cowboys? All right, they were 8-8 last year, but they make a head coaching change for the first time in about a decade, bringing in Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, Curt, I'm surprised that there's not more people talking up the Cowboys because, maybe because they've been disappointed in the years past. You look at them, they've got a proven head coach with Mike McCarthy. So they're going to be well coached. Offensively, they were the best in the league last year, and then they added talent to that offense with CeeDee Lamb, a very exciting receiver to go along, with Buffer and then with Ezekiel Elliott. Now they lost Frederick at offensive center, but they've got some offensive linemen coming back. And then you look defensively. They brought in Gerald McCoy is going to help that defense. They lost Byron Jones at cornerback, but a big question is Aldon Smith. Is he going to be ruled eligible to play because he is a super talent for that defense? I just think that they're going to be a very talented team. I think really, even though Philadelphia won it last year, Dallas should get off to a great start. Their first 9 opponents, only 2 of them were in the playoffs last year. So they get off to that kind of start with that kind of talent. I would pick them to win the NFC East.
Here's the thing, though, Jimmy, everybody says that. Hey, only 2 of their first 9 opponents made the playoffs, but Dallas didn't make the playoffs last year either. So their opponents are saying the same thing about them, aren't they?
But they were real close, Curt.
Okay.
They were real close.
Kurt, they real close every year. You know what I'm saying? They real close every year.
Howie, real quick, what do you do about Dak? I mean, he hasn't signed his tenure yet. He hasn't signed a long-term contract. He's holding out hope for that. What do you do?
I think Dak is looking at the potential Patrick Mahomes deal of being somewhere north of 42 million, 5-year deal over 200.
Per year, you mean?
What's that?
Per year, you mean? Yes.
Yes, per year with over 200 million in the deal and potentially 100 plus guaranteed. I don't think he wants to sign a deal. I think the ceiling was, let's say it's Russell Wilson. Am I saying Dak is Russell Wilson? I don't think he is. And that's not a knock on Dak. I mean, Dak's a young guy, he can still get there, but Russell is, in my mind, one of the top 3-4 quarterbacks in the league. He wanted that number, which was 35. And what's the guarantee? Is it 4 years? They're going to get this done. But bringing in Andy Dalton, Jimmy, was a big, big signing. And I think that's a big key because they are loaded.
Yeah, that was a chess move, Howie. That was a chess move that Jerry Jones did that. And all that sent a message to Dak that, hey, just in case you start acting crazy, we got some insurance in case you don't show up. And so to me, it's the elephant in the room is Jerry Jones going to be able to make this Dak situation, work for everybody at least for 1 year? Because this could carry on to the season. And if it carries into the season, I mean, look what happened to him last year when Zeke held out for a couple, whatever.
Reg, what it ends up being is, particularly in Dallas, because all things Dallas sell every week on our show and every show in the NFL. And it becomes an issue. It's like Jalen Hurts going to Philadelphia with Carson Wentz. That's a smaller market in terms of football because Dallas, I think, is when they're on they make the needle go into the red. I think it's a problem, but Dak can sign for what, 31 this year, and then he gets a
franchise tag. Yes.
And then he gets if he wants to go the Kirk Cousins route, he gets, I think, in the neighborhood of 38 or close to 40.
So 20% raise, yeah.
No, well, yeah, it's even more than that when you factor in the new deals that come in place.
Right.
For the best NFL coverage anywhere on the internet, follow NFL on Fox, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.